Thank you very much. The chair now recognizes Representative Higgins from Louisiana for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I very much am grateful to the committee for allowing me to wave on today. I'm going to speak to two of my bills that are pending, and I'm going to ask for consideration of committee members on both sides of the aisle. H.R. 513, the Offshore Leasing Authorities Act, and the Federal Lands and Waters Leasing Transparency Act. These bills are vital to restoring the certainty of offshore oil and gas leasing and ensuring America can continue as a global leader in energy production, job creation, and national security. Mr. Chairman, in the last days of the Biden-Harris administration, over 625 million acres were withdrawn from potential development. And I think it's important for my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, particularly in this committee, to recognize that America has a responsibility to the entire world to lead the free world in the production of clean, affordable, transportable energy product. This is a vital role that we play, and although politically, you know, a nation can trend one way or the other, depending upon the executive in power. That responsibility to lead the world in energy production never wanes. Because when the Biden administration closed 625 million acres to clean, safe, reliable production of affordable and transportable energy product, there was zero acreage closed in China and Russia. So the gentleman spoke to increased consumption anticipated over the course of the next couple of decades. The consumption's not going away. So if you care for your planet, which I do, then you should embrace the American energy industry, which produces the cleanest energy product in the entire world. It's quite simple. So threatening the future of energy production is exactly what happened when you close 625 million acres, hampering states like Louisiana and undermining local economies that are tied to offshore production like Port Fourchon. The Offshore Leasing Authorities Act, my bill, 513, reverses these withdrawals and implements a stable, predictable framework for future leasing, ensuring that we remain the global leader that we're called upon to be in responsible energy production. Equally important, the Federal Lands and Waters Leasing Transparency Act addresses the long-standing challenges posed by current leasing process. In the existing process, federal regulators often reject bids. There's not a time frame locked in. It doesn't work well. It must be streamlined. My bill addresses it. So I'm going to ask that the committee give due consideration to these bills in the coming weeks. And I encourage any communication from my colleagues on both sides of the aisle regarding, you know, the righteousness of the direction that we should embrace for America's energy policy. I encourage those conversations, and I welcome the questions. Mr. Chesson, welcome, sir. Thank you for being here. I'm honored to serve you and represent you. Given Port Fourchon's pivotal role in offshore energy operations, can you speak to what limiting significant acreage for production and prolonging lease approvals, what harm that would bring to America's economy, and how would it erode America's energy dominance in the world?
Certainly, and in this economic report that I produced for the record, it shows that API had EIAP due. It talks about the impacts of having a certainty and having lease sales and a certain lease sale, having a program, a 5-year plan that is continuous. And we have 2 lease sales a year, and it highlights the impact to the GDP, to construction, to jobs, and to all of those other economic data points that we love to talk about.
Significant impact on the gross domestic product, would you say, is what we're discussing here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thank the gentleman. I have further questions, Mr. Chairman, I'll submit to the panel in writing. Again, I'm very appreciative to being allowed to waive on to the committee, and I yield.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.